Well, now would be a good time to call the kids and wake the neighbors, because in a few minutes we'll have guys from mainland China chopping food. My next guest, that's right, my next guest says that since he was born a liar and a cheat, he had no choice but to go into show business. A very amusing and talented magician, comedian, and self-proclaimed hustler. Please welcome Harry Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. Is this correct, or is this just something silly to say about yourself? Born a liar and a cheat?
That's silly.
That is silly.
Yeah.
Now, does that reflect negatively on your folks? How does Mom and Dad feel about that?
They were liars and cheats, too, so I don't...
So it came as no surprise to them.
No, I got out and started working early, so I think they appreciated that.
Yeah. What did your dad do?
He was a salesman who occasionally sold things that weren't for sale.
And Mom? What did Mom do?
Mom started as a housewife, and then the folks split up, and she hit the streets. It happens, and I followed her out there, and that's where I learned. Well, when I was a little kid, I was a drop-off point for a pickpocket. That was fun.
No, a drop-off point for a pickpocket?
I held the wallet.
Good heavens! So you're lucky to be unincarcerated.
Yeah, so is he. Yeah.
But now you're a grown-up guy. You're working in clubs, television, and films, and you're doing all sorts of other wonderful things.
Yeah, I am.
For example, what would
For
that
example, I wanted to tell you about, I have a little consultation company. And last week we made history. We made the first 3D videotape, commercial tape. The company is going to release movies from the 50s on cable. And so we made a little film explaining to folks how to wear their glasses. Here, I brought you a pair of glasses. There you go. 3D movie glasses, TV glasses.
Well, these look like Bausch and Lomb. This is high-quality stuff.
I have a theory that people watching 3D movies at home will not have conversations, see? Because you will not turn and look at the person next to you as long as they have these glasses on. Anyway. More protein surrogate, Dad?
How long do I have to leave? Can I just take them
you don't have to leave them on. They're for you, though.
Oh, thanks, Harry. That's very nice.
What they wanted were some special effects that would kind of sell 3D to the home viewers. So we came up with these. Now, this first one, I have to set up, so everybody look over there. Everybody.
Okay.
Everybody, don't peek. Don't peek, it'll ruin it.
Look over here.
That's it. Okay, now, here we go. All right? This was to show that 3D makes the scary stuff scarier. You got to have the glasses on. It looks great. And this was to demonstrate that 3D would make the funny stuff funnier. Look at that. Get that effect. Whoa. Yeah. I call this a retractopie.
Is that actual? Could I have been hurt?
That's shaving cream.
Oh,
no, you couldn't be hurt.
It's not really a test. This was the real thing.
That was the real thing. But this is now. You remember these? You had some in the fondue. We lost one over there.
No, yours worked better than our fondue.
Yeah, well, guns don't kill people. Snakes kill people. Use a snake, go to jail. That's the law. Here. This was for 3D. Now that'll look great on 3D.
Good heavens, Harry.
To do that.
It's truly amazing. Just unbelievable. You do all kinds of magic? You have any specialties?
I do.
You do card tricks?
I do card tricks. Yeah, I do. There are good card tricks and there are bad card tricks. You want to see a card trick? Was that like a lead-in? I got cards.
Well, you want to do a card trick?
Sure.
Surely.
I'll show you a bad card trick.
Or you can help the guys from China chop food.
Are they here already?
I believe they've been here all day.
Here's a... Whoa! Look at that. Here's a bad card trick. Pick one.
Pick a card.
Hold on to it. See, that's a bad.
I've never been so embarrassed in my life.
That's a bad card trick, but they're a good card trick.
Well, this is nice. I like that.
You like that? It's yours. No practice required.
Thank you very much.
Confound your friends and baffle your enemies. Here's a regular deck of cards. Now, all the cards are different. We don't need that. Joker. Here. Just say stop.
Stop.
Look at it and remember it, okay? Now,
can I tell anyone?
nothing here. Nothing here. Oh, they didn't see it?
I don't know. I saw
Did
it.
you all see the card? Okay, go ahead. Go through the deck. Pull out the card and show it to everybody. I'll turn away so I don't see.
I feel like a stoop.
You got it?
Wait a minute, Harry.
You got it? What was it?
It were the 7 of clubs.
It's not there?
No. The 7 of clubs is not in here.
There's the 7 of clubs. Sure
I'm sorry, 7 of spades.
7 of
Harry's
spades?
right. It was the 7 of spades. He's right. It was the 7 of spades.
Was it that one?
Well, it might have been,
There
yes.
you go.
Do you ever
So there.
reveal how you do that? Have you ever...
Oh, tell how it's done?
Yeah.
Well, no. I'll give phony explanations, but not the real one. No.
Yeah.
You'd be disappointed if you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most people, they ask and they think they want to know, but if you tell them, they're really disillusioned. Really, truly.
You're also writing a book on con games or
The shell game book.
game.
Yeah, I'm writing the encyclopedia of the shell game. That's how I started. It's a hustle like the 3-card Monte that you have here.
Yeah.
You have a great photo of a 3-card Monte that you use as you go to commercial.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know that that's played anywhere else in North America. Somebody said on the staff that it is played in other big cities. I've never seen it
Well,
played
not the
anywhere.
way it is here, not on the streets.
Yeah.
You see it in L.A. In the back of the bus.
Yeah.
There'll be a fellow back there throwing cards. In New Orleans, where I worked, and in San Francisco, the game was a shell game, 3 shells and a peak.
Yeah.
And I ran it as a hustle for a couple of years, and I got my jaw broken. I was in the wrong line, really. I was rough hustling. I was working on my own without a shill.
Yeah.
It's also dumb hustling.
Yeah. We have 1 minute here. Do you want to do some 3-card Monte? Or in Indiana, it's 3-card Larry.
Well, I'm not ready
know why.
to do the Monte, I think, but I do have one thing I want to show you. You got $1? Real quick.
I have $1.
Got $1?
Got $1 right there. Oh, I threw it.
You tore it. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay if you tear it, because I'm going to tear it too. Okay. All right. Now, this will kill you. I love this. Here.
That's illegal,
Look.
isn't it, to be shredding tender like that?
I don't know. A fellow from Trades and Practices came up, and I told him it wasn't, and he believed me, so. Okay, now, watch. The scraps won't leave your sight. Whoa. Whoa. Completely. That's very close.
Wait a minute here.
Now, that's not tape. That's a single piece of paper, right?
How does this happen?
I don't know.
Now, can you make this back into the real
Can I
real
make it
deal?
back?
Yeah, turn
Make
it back
back?
into the...
Okay. Here, throw it in here, and hocus pocus, fish bones choke us. Look at that, look at that. Whoa, that's much closer.
Harry Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. We have to take a break. We'll be back to Shop Food with the gentleman from mainland China. Thank you very much. My next guest is a self-proclaimed swindler who's gone more or less straight and who's appearing in current episodes of the NBC comedy Cheers. He's here tonight to show us some of the tricks of the trade. Welcome, please, Harry Anderson. He's right here. Harry? Nice to see you again, sir. What are we doing here, Harry?
Well, you know, one of my favorite things about New York is the street life. All the people selling the meat-like things and the...
Meat-like?
The E.T. underwear and the best is for me, it's always been the Monte workers. The fellows out there, yeah. The fellows out there throwing cards. I used to run a Monte, which was a shell game, 3 shells and a pea.
Yeah. Now, for people who have not been and lived in New York, that's essentially what it is. It's just you got to pick something. It's a card game,
Right.
like the
A
old
Monte
hidden-
is any guessing game where money is involved.
Okay.
Now, a Monte is always a money game. In New York, the game is played with cards, but it's still a money game. Now, I'm going to demonstrate it. So for a demonstration, we could use pieces of paper for money so that you can have something to bet with. We could use paper, but that's not really as dramatic as using cash. So we'll use, well, you take take that much. You're gonna do a little betting here, all right?
Okay, I have $35.
$35. That'll do. Have you ever played the Monte?
No, sir, I never
You
have.
haven't?
No,
Okay.
I'm frightened by those people.
Are you really? Well, there's no need to be. It's a game of chance and skill. Now, a lot of people lose money at the game, and they don't have to. If they know a little bit about the game, they don't have to lose money. So I'm going to kind of review the game for you, all right? You can go out and you can be prepared when you meet a Monte tosser. He's a fellow standing on the street behind some cardboard boxes or a table, and he's got 3 cards. Now, one of them is different from the other 2. That's the odd card or the money card. What you'll see is the fellow standing there behind the cards, tossing them back and forth onto the box, and he's going to ask you to watch. He's going to ask you to pay attention and guess and eventually bet where the money card lies. Simple enough.
Yes, sir.
But what you don't know, because he doesn't show them to you the way I am, is that he doesn't always throw the same card. You see, he can throw either card onto the table, and it's a little tough to know which card. Do you follow that toss?
So, yeah, you have the ace of clubs and a red 2
Ace of clubs
and
is
a
the
red
money
3.
card.
That's okay.
Right. Now, if I use just 2 cards, because the 3rd card is the misdirection, if I use just 2, it's a little easier to follow here, David. Follow the money card, the ace.
That would be the ace, okay.
Which one? Make your first bet. Where's the cash?
Right there. Oh, I get it. How much do you want?
We'll take the 5. It's your first one.
Okay, 5.
All right. Which one?
This one right there.
You say right there.
That's the ace.
That's why a lot of people lose the game, because they cannot follow that money card.
No.
Now,
Wait a minute. See.
It's the toss. It's the funny toss. Now, if all the tosser had going for him was the toss, he wouldn't get people to play.
Do that again. Just do that again.
I'll do something even better, all right? A lot of folks won't play a game that is that tough to follow. So, in comes a shill. Now, a shill is a guy standing in the crowd who seems to be part of the crowd, but actually he's working with the tosser. Now, he'll say something like, "I see a cop." And the tosser, getting nervous, will turn around to see where the cop is. Then the shill steps up, and he puts the work in the money card. He bends the corner up like that, very obviously. Now, the tosser turns back, and he doesn't seem to notice the bend in the corner. All right.
Okay, so the people on the sidewalk think that the shill is on their side.
Exactly.
But he's actually working for the tosser.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, see how the game has changed. Now, the funny toss isn't going to help. Watch. Logically, from the toss, the money card should be here. But, of course, nobody will bet here because we've got a bent corner here. But this is funny. When the real money hits the table, bring out your cash. When the money hits the table, make your bet. When the money hits the table, that bent corner isn't worth much because it's no longer on the money card.
Now, I don't...
So, I have a little bit of advice.
Jiminy. Good heavens,
The more you watch, the less you see. A little bit of advice here, very simple advice. If the game is too easy, go ahead and gamble and play and have a good time. But if the game looks too easy, if the man is making it too easy to follow the money card, if he's leaving no doubt as to where the money card is, if he's offering to help you keep track of that money card in ways you never imagined he would, the advice is be careful. It's his game. That's the 3
Harry. Good heavens. Now, we're missing a card that we started with, too, by the way, aren't we? There was a 2. There was an ace, a red 2, and a red 3.
No, there were always 2 3s.
There were always 2 3s?
I think. No? Was I here at the beginning of it?
I think you were right here.
Can I show you another way you might lose your money?
Yeah.
Because
I still have 20, by the way.
You do,
Yeah.
you do, don't you? I didn't make you bet on that last
No.
one, did I? Give me the 20. Yeah. See, it's easier than you think. You don't have to stick a gun to the guy, just tell him to give you the money.
Now, these guys will let you win a couple of hands to get you into the game, won't they?
Well, yeah, they will. In fact, there are, the money is a game, even when it's played straight, it's a very good game for the operator because he's only paying you 2 to 1, and you only have a 1 in 3 chance of winning. So the money can be played straight, and it is played straight some places, I guess, so I've never really seen it played straight. There's no point in it. But a way you lose money more commonly than by gambling, and this is something that can happen to anybody, is being shortchanged. And this is just a way to protect yourself from being shortchanged. Let me demonstrate how it can happen. Here we have 10, 11, 12, $13.
Yes, sir.
$13. Now let's say I owed you $11. I've got 13 here. So if I take 2 of the dollars and put them away, how much do I have left?
Well, theoretically, logic dictates you'd have 13
but I
or
only
11
have
there.
$7, you see? You've been shortchanged. Now,
Yeah.
the way you were shortchanged, you used deductive reasoning. You figured by how much I put in my pocket what I had in my hand.
Right.
That's not the way to do it. I put $1 in my pocket, how much do I have in my hand?
Well, from the original 7?
Yeah.
Well, there'd be 6.
No, there are 2. You see, that time I did it just by being sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, here I got $2.
Right.
You'll get it this time. $2. $2. I put them both in my pocket. How much do you have left? How much should you have left?
I have some money put away in trust funds. I have nothing. I'm penniless. I'm
You
a
have
pauper.
nothing?
No.
You should
I
have nothing
zero,
left.
whiff, nothing.
And you do have nothing left.
I have nothing left.
So you haven't been shortchanged.
No, I haven't.
But you are broke.
That's right.
Right.
And I could use a drink. We're going to pause here, Harry. We'll be right back with Harry Anderson, folks. Started out with a 2. I want to thank everybody, Mr. Grant Tinker, Margot Kidder, Harry Anderson, and tonight you are appearing where, Harry?
At the other end. I'm
Right
bigger.
now, at the other end here in New York City,
Right.
down in the Village. And, of course, my thanks to Bill Wendell, Paul Schaefer. Tomorrow night, Albert Brooks, Mary Lou Henner, and Richard Morris. Have a good evening, folks. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My next guest is a very talented actor, illusionist, comedian. Oh, we've added one since the introduction. Actor, illusionist, comedian, and con man. He will be featured on a new NBC series which premieres in January called Night Court and is appearing this week at Caroline's right here in New York City. Please welcome Harry Anderson. Oh, Harry.
A great rope trick. Ain't a real fast rope trick, but it's a great rope trick. Rope. Exhibit A. Let me drop contact lens. Rope. Knife. Ropes. Now it picks up a little here. Ropes. Not. Not here. Not here. Not here. Not here. Ropes. Not. Not here. Not here. Not here. A pattern has developed. Ropes. Can you take it one more time? Not. Not here. Someone. Say stop. Here? Not here, not there, not there. Ropes.
Nice to see you again. Nice to meet you. very impressive piece of work there.
You like that?
Yeah, it was
I
very
got another
nice.
one.
You want to show it to me
Want
now?
to see another one?
Sure, let's see what
It's
you
good.
got. Okay.
Name a number between 1 and 100. First, tell them we didn't set this up. You
This
had
is-
no
this has
idea I
not
was going to
been-
ask
No,
this.
this has not been set up.
Okay, name any number between 1 and 100.
I name it out loud?
If you're the only one who knows it, then it's obscure at the end. You have to
I say, name it. Okay.
name it.
17.
17, you want to change your mind? You can.
No.
You don't have to.
No.
Read what's written in my hat.
This says, made for J.C. Hatters of Broadway, size 7 5/8. J.J. Hatters of Broadway.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have put the tape on the wrong side. What does it say on the card?
It says, well, we'll show you what it says. It says 17.
That's not really a very good trick, but they told me at J.J. Hatters if I got you to read the name, they'd give me another hat.
Now, how did this happen?
I'm only a tool, David.
Well,
It's a power we all have in us. I just happen to be a little more full of it.
Now, let me... it's a trick, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a stunt. Yeah.
All right, we'll let it go at that.
Okay.
Tell me about your show, Night Court. You play a judge in this deal?
I play a judge. I do. It's produced by Reinhold Wigge, who produced Barney
Reinhold
Miller.
Wigge.
Reinhold Wigge. There's a name.
This is
huh?
a man or a company?
A man.
A man, all right.
Who wrote and produced Barney Miller, and he has written a show about Night Court here in New York, and I am the judge. I am the youngest, oddest judge.
Have you ever been to a night court?
Well, not here in New York. I was going to go in L.A., but it's not the same thing in L.A. I'm going to go here while I'm here. My friend Karen Austin, who's the star of the show, another star of the show, is here in town, and she went the other night and said I absolutely had to go because it's a real tour de force here in town. It's right by the Tombs, So
Yeah.
I'm going to, in fact, tonight, when I'm through at Caroline's, anybody that wants to join me, let's go down. And
Would it be all night long? Court
it's
goes
all
from...
night long till dawn, yeah.
Have you yourself ever had any, we introduced you tonight as a conman, have you yourself
Have I been
had
in
any-
jail?
Well, hassles with the law, yeah.
I spent 3 nights in jail in New Orleans for running a shell game, and that's it. I spent 24 hours in jail because they found a My Doll in the back seat of my car once in L.A. and they held me until they analyzed it, but that's about it. Have you ever been in jail?
No, I've never
No?
been in jail.
How much do you make?
How much? How much do I make a year?
Yeah.
I make a comfortable living.
Do you?
$350 a week.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Clear?
Well, no, not
Ah.
clear, but that's would be the gross.
Night court. Night court. Night court. I have some ideas to liven up court. Tell me what you think of this. Because I do comedy, right?
Yes.
And I'm going to be a judge. But look at this. Law book. Burning issues of the day.
Now, Harry, would I be hurt if I opened this up, or would
Yeah, probably.
Peanut
Now, what do
brittle.
you think you're going to find when I open it up?
Well, I'm guessing something's gonna no.
Nah, no snakes. Look at this. Rubber production noose.
That's nice.
Marketing potential, huh?
That's very nice.
And here. The weight of the law.
A gavel, yeah. Well, you're all set.
I made that myself. You
That's
like
very
that?
nice. It looks, I guess you've got a hit on your hands here with this stuff, Harry. We have to pause here? Okay, Harry, listen, sorry you couldn't, I'm nice to see you. And good luck on the show.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank
to
you
see you
very
again.
much.
Harry Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with Vetus Variolitis. My next guest is the star of his very own primetime television series on this network called Night Court. He is also a very talented comedian, magician, and con artist, and will be appearing tomorrow through Sunday here in New York City at Caroline's. Please welcome Harry Anderson. Harry. Hi, Harry. Nice to see you, Harry. This is Larry Melman. Hi. Harry Anderson. Nice to see you.
That over here. Go ahead. Go ahead. Well.
Did he do
I
it?
love this guy. He's the king of the nightclubs.
He's terrific.
Yeah, I just came to Pittsburgh the week after he left. It's true.
How was the mood there?
A lot of broken hearts.
Yeah.
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 Girls wondering why I gave the wrong number.
Well, that's the reason.
Okay, this is real exciting. Can I just take a second?
Anything you want.
Because we never worked together, have we?
No.
Can I get a photo?
Yes.
A simple little photo. Okay. Here. Push that button right there.
Which is what?
This one right there.
This one?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's great. So, Harry, how's your program doing? Night Court.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. We got the best spot on TV this season. We're
Where is
between Cheers and Hill Street Blues.
Oh, yeah,
Somebody
that's
called it the
terrific.
hammock spot.
And tell us about your character. What kind of reaction are you getting from folks about this?
Oh, well, folks love the show. That's why we're back on. But a lot of folks, I think, are disappointed that I went straight, you know. They, from the con man character on Cheers to the judge. But that's okay because they believe the con man and they believe the judge, and it says something for their ethical tastes, I guess.
Yeah.
They preferred the con man.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, great. Yeah. I'm the happiest guy in the world.
Well, that's
I
good.
walk to work. I'm the only guy in L.A. who walks to work. I live 5 blocks from the studio. I walk home for lunch. I walk back to work.
That's terrific. Now, we have some videotape here of the show. Is this
Yeah.
an upcoming episode?
This is something that hasn't been on yet. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it needs any explanation. I've lost my rabbit's foot, I think, is the
Okay.
situation.
Here is a scene from an upcoming Night Court. Harry Anderson playing the judge.
Yeah.
And watch the monitors here. Very funny. But now, I know you're very busy with this program, but do you still do a lot of magic?
Sure, pick a card. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, look at this. Disposable, portable trash. Look at this. You can carry it around with you. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I got
I like
something.
that.
I want to show you something. Here, hold on my JJ hat here.
All right.
Static electricity. Gotta come over here.
Can we help you, Harry, or just
No,
stand
I'm okay.
clear?
No one moves. No one gets hurt.
All right.
This is one you probably know. Along the same lines here, bud. Check out that table. Make sure there are no threads, wires, logging chains, concealed reptiles. All right. Check out my hands. Much the same.
Perfect,
All right. All right. Here's something. Along the same lines.
Now, wait a minute
Now,
here.
before you go home and try this, remember that gravity is not just a good idea, it's the law.
Very impressive. No, sir. That's you were doing that, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's very impressive. But how high can you jump? So now you're going to be at Caroline's all week. What kind of now when folks come
Caroline's,
down?
and guess who comes in the week after me?
Oh my God.
I know. There's no stopping them.
No. So when you're down there, what are the folks going to
We
see?
could
What,
try, though. We could put a real effort into it and see if we could.
Okay.
what kind of show do the folks see when you go to work at a club?
They see my magic act. I don't wear a
Lot of
black
comedy.
robe or anything. Yeah.
Lot of comedy,
I
lot of
balance the
magic.
2 kitchen ranges and I eat a bale of hay. That's the big finish.
This is very impressive, Harry. I'm very impressed with that. And congratulations on your show. I'm glad things are going so well for you.
Thank you, Dave.
Harry Anderson, folks. We got to pause, but we'll be right back. Thank you very much, folks. We're out of time. Harry, thank you again. Nice to see you, sir, and good luck at Caroline's and good luck with your show, sir. Also, my thanks to Bonnie Berger and Grace Jones, Mr. Bill Wendell, Paul Schaefer in the band, and, of course, our own Larry Bud Melman. Larry, thank you very much for being here tonight. Tomorrow on this this program, actress Laurie Singer, Richard Lewis, and the Purple Lady, Jean Rath. Have a nice evening, folks. Thank you very much. Good night. Our first guest tonight is a... oh, and by the way, my sincerest apologies to Oprah Winfrey. My first guest tonight is a very amusing and talented gentleman known to many of us as Judge Harry T. Stone on the popular television program Night Court. His special sideshow will be seen on this very network Saturday night, Friday night, Friday night, Friday night.
What night?
That's tomorrow night, Friday night. Folks, please say hello to Harry Anderson. Oh, hi, Harry. How are you? Good to see you. How you doing? Oh, you have the cassette.
Beat him out of it, yeah.
Yeah. I hope you gave him a little something for that.
We toss pennies.
Yeah. What are your Halloween plans? Is this a special holiday for you, or just like...
Oh, it's very special,
Yeah.
yeah. In fact, I got it in my contract that I get Halloween off because it's so important to us. We do a big, we usually do a big show. I have a group called the Bubonic Players, and we do a show down at the Comedy and Magic Club down in Hermosa Beach.
Yeah, great club.
Yeah, great
people.
club.
Yeah, I used to go down there a lot.
But this year, the kids have been kind of left out. My kids I haven't spent Halloween with them, and they're getting on. So this year...
How old are the kids when you say getting on?
Well, 7 and 2.
Right.
The 7-year-old is the one who wants to...
Leaving for college, are they, Harry?
I hope. So we put a theater in our house. We just built a theater, and we're gonna show Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. And
You mean like a movie theater you have?
there was an old screening room. It used to be Michael Landon's house, and there was this old screening. In fact, I got to tell you something. I've been waiting to tell this to someone.
Well, lucky that you're on a show here.
I was at an NBC, one of those function things, and
I don't get invited to those, Harry.
Well, you're lucky. and I was standing in a urinal next to Michael Landon, and this house, we had bought it, but it was in escrow. And I said to him, I got your old house, and he's owned several houses, so
Right.
I had to describe it to him. He said, yeah, that's the house where the orangutan died. And
That's an odd thing to
Yeah.
say, especially standing there at a urinal.
Right. I said, would you explain that? He said, well, we had this orangutan, and he went on the front porch one day, and he died. He said,
That's a horrible image, isn't it?
yeah, he said, but the orangutan had never been the same since the iguana had set the fire. So I said, well, what's that about? He said, well, we had this iguana, and we put him too near a light bulb in his cage, and when he got out, he went crazy, and he started climbing the walls and hitting the ceiling and falling, and climbing and hitting the ceiling and falling, and he clawed his way through the wiring, and finally died from falling on the floor, but in the meantime, he had set fire to the house. And now we're all done with our business, and he's leaving. And the house was in escrow. We could have backed out.
Right.
So I said,
Probably nervous about this purchase to begin with.
yeah. I said, is there anything else you want to say about this house? He said, well, don't dig up the basement. And we remodeled, but we have not touched the basement.
That's
Yeah.
very strange.
Yeah, isn't it?
So you have now a screening room, and you're going to show...
We're going to show Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein for the kids. We're going to show The Fly for the adults. And
sounds like a fun night.
yeah, it's going to be a great time, I hope.
And your show is on Friday night. It's a special, and it's called Sideshow.
Sideshow.
I'll tell you what, let's do a commercial.
Okay.
We'll get that out of the way, and we'll come back, and you can tell us more about the show. We'll be back with All right, here we go. Are you writing a book or plan to write a book about bar bets and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I am.
What is
all of the above.
What is a bar bet? What does that mean?
It's just a way to make some fast money off your friends.
And it's usually a hustle, right?
A quick hustle, yeah. Or it's the book is called Games You Can't Lose. So it discusses ways to beat your friends at various things.
Yeah.
And,
For example,
well, you bringing your own money to bringing carefully planned bills to a liar's poker match so that you've got the right serial numbers, or
but that's really cheating, isn't it? Essentially.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then There are, oh, you can, in a bar, you can beat a guy with trivial knowledge for, you know, knowing that Reno is actually west of Los Angeles will make you some money. Or,
is that true?
Who wrote the Banana Boat song? Deo, Deo. Who wrote it? No. Alan Arkin.
Amsterdam?
No, you're right.
Alan Arkin wrote that song.
Alan Arkin wrote that
Alan
song.
Arkin.
See, I wouldn't have known.
You can make a little money off
Maury
that.
Amsterdam claimed to have written.
What else?
About propositions, if we pick 30 people and I told you that I would bet you even money that 2 of those people had the same birthday.
Yeah, now that I know. I've seen that demonstrated.
Yeah, that's an
it's usually a
algorithm.
pretty safe bet.
Yeah, it's a very safe bet.
Yeah.
So it's a collection of those kinds of things, and also, you know, glimpsing the bottom card at gin rummy and things that you don't have to use, but that you can if you want to, assuming the other guy hasn't read the book.
Now, where do you get these? Are these things that you know or friends of yours?
Lifetime's experience. Yeah. Yeah. Collected them from a lot of Sharpies.
That sounds like a very entertaining thing to have. Rainy day fun, that kind of deal.
Yeah, that's it. Impulse shopping.
Tell me about the show, Sideshow.
Sideshow.
Now, this is very near and dear to your sort of roots and origins, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It started off as a family, a representation for the family of what an old-time sideshow was. They moved it to 10 o'clock, so I guess we didn't come quite as close to family as we'd hoped we were going to. Well, it's a bunch of guys getting together and pretending to be a carnival sideshow. We have John Astin playing a 3-legged man, and we have Peter Scolari playing a dancing dwarf, and we have Marcia Warfield as the human bomb, and then we got together some amazing people. The Chinese acrobat's a guy who balances a candelabra on his nose.
Now, this is an actual guy, so you have some pretend, some real.
We have, it's a mix.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's what you would see. In a sideshow, you see remarkable people, and you see people doing remarkable things.
For you, well, I guess we can't tip it, but what would be the most stunning representation of the old kind of sideshow act there?
In
your
our show?
yeah.
I think the most stunning thing we have is Hans Pontar, who you had on the show.
Oh, now this guy is nuts.
That's a word for
He's
it,
just
yeah.
nuts. He has this crossbow that must develop like 4,000 pounds of thrust.
It's a whammo crossbow. I mean, it's not like he went out and had this thing handmade. It's
No.
a whammo crossbow, and he ends up firing an apple off his own head.
Yeah.
And he, see, I produced this thing.
Right.
Now, I'm very close to the sideshow, and I'm very close to these kinds of performers. But as a producer, you're a different kind of person. And Hans, he set up this thing for rehearsal. It was very late at night. 7 crossbows. You've seen this, where he fires and the arrows go bam, 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 bam,
Right.
and he shoots at an apple on his own head.
Right.
It's scary. And he was practicing it, and I got this premonition as he was getting ready to shoot that something was going to go wrong. I live with my wife is an occultist, and it kind of rubs off. And I had this feeling that something was going to go wrong. And I realized I was a producer, because instead of saying stop, I turned to the director. I said, "Roll tape." he was okay, though.
We'll
He
let
was
the
okay.
insurance company worry about Hans. The show is on Friday night?
Friday night at 10 o'clock.
Here
And,
at
the
NBC.
kids will love it, so give them coffee and throw water in their face and keep them away.
It sounds like a nice evening.
It's going to be fun. Yeah.
Good to see you, Harry. Thanks for coming by. We'll be right back. We'll do station identification.